This is a new day that the Lord has made, and we will rejoice and be glad in it. We have a responsibility. We have no choice. We just have to rejoice because that is the will of God for us. The Bible says the joy of the Lord is our strength. The Bible also says, count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptations. So even in the midst of affliction, you still have to be joyful. So when I say we will rejoice and be glad in it, I'm not just saying it. I'm saying it because that's what God's word says. And so it's a command. We should rejoice. But today I'm not teaching us about how to rejoice. I'm teaching us on management of type 2 diabetes. Sister Ufoma told us about how to manage type 2 diabetes. And she also told us that you have to live with it. It's not curable. And it's understandable why it is not curable, because we are doing the very thing that makes it incurable. So that is why I want to handle it from a nutritional point of view. Peradventure, it might be of help to you if you are already suffering from it. Now let me start by talking about obesity. Obesity is a disease, and it is a hormonal disease. It is a disease of the hormone, and many hormones are involved. One of the hormones that are involved is called insulin. And most obese people have what we call insulin resistance. One of the ways to manage it nutritionally is to cut down on carbs. That is, cut down your carbohydrate intake to the barest minimum. And when I'm talking about carbs, I mean real carbs, natural food, plant-based food. I'm not talking about carbs that are very destructive. I'm not talking about it like sugar, for instance, like eating cake, ice cream, and all these sweets, jellies. I'm not talking about those type of carbs. I'm talking about even plant-based food that you should cut down high carbohydrate intake to the barest minimum. And let me say before I continue that low carb is not the same as zero carb. I'm not saying you should not take carbs at all, but take the right kind of carbs, even with that in moderation. And low carbs is not the same as high protein. You know, sometimes when we say low carbs, we eat so much of protein. Protein has also its negative effect on diabetes and other things. Excess of protein in the body, your body will not function normally. So we are talking about low carb, moderate protein of high quality, and high fat of high quality. Not the kind of fat you find in the market, like vegetable oils. Vegetable oils. Those are not the soya oil and all those things. Those are not the kind of fat I'm talking about. Or meat fat. Fat from your meat. Some people, they will gather their fat and they will use it to cook. You are killing yourself. There are some people who go to market just to buy fat. Buy the fatty cuts of meat and use it to cook jollof rice. Say, now that one, when you eat them, now that one they draw, you they eat them, you they kill yourself. So please, it's not good for you. Now, what are the benefits of eating low carbohydrate food? Good quality carbohydrate food. What are the benefits? It has been said that eating low carb is very, very impressive. It's something that everybody that wants to live healthy, if you want to live healthy, it is something that you should do. Now, if you do that, it will reduce your hunger, craving for hunger. Remember, we were told that insulin makes us to be hungry. And the more carbohydrate we eat, the higher our insulin levels, and the more craving for food. And the more we eat, the more we get hungry and then we store fat. So it will reduce that hunger level. To reduce that hunger level, you see some people, you will think that, you will wonder, they were just finishing eating, they still want something to eat. They still want something to eat. They still want something to eat. Why? It is because the insulin level is high and the insulin is making you to feel hungry. So if you are always hungry, you don't feel satisfied. Even after eating food that should make you feel full, begin to suspect that it is possible that insulin resistance is the problem. Even when you've not been diagnosed of high sugar level, insulin resistance is probably the reason why you are always craving for food, always wanting food. You just finish eating cake, you are drinking Coke, you just finished drinking Coke, you are looking for biscuits, you are looking for ice cream, just eating and eating, moving around the house looking for nothing but food. And then sometimes you say you are stressed. Well, it is possible you are stressed, but watch your insulin level. It is possible. If your hunger level is reduced, you lose weight, because the more carbohydrates you take and the more your insulin goes up, the more your insulin stores fat. Insulin is a fat storage hormone. It stores fat. So the more you gain weight, if the fat is stored, instead of being used as energy in your body, then of course you will begin to put on weight. In those days, we were told that we should eat low fat so that we can lose weight. But studies have shown that when you eat high fat, and high quality one for that matter, high quality fat, not just any kind of fat, you will lose weight. You will lose weight. High quality fat like coconut oil, like olive oil, like almond oil, like flaxseed oil. You understand? When you eat this coconut, you can eat, to get the fat, you can get it from the milk, you can get it from the meat. Whichever you take has good quality fat in it. You know you are taking something that is good for you. Like nuts, hazelnuts, cashew nuts, almonds, you can get fat from it. Avocado, you can get good fat from there, those places. Instead of eating those fats you buy every day, palm oil that are processed and are not good for you, those things, they cause more problem than helping you. Over 23 studies have shown that 2 to 3 times when you eat high quality fat, more it will help you lose weight faster than when you eat high carbohydrate. So we must learn to reduce our carbohydrate. It's important for our health. Remember, we are talking about management of diabetes. So we have said it is low carbs that is needed to manage it. One of the first things you will do is to lower your carbohydrate. And let me say that low carb is not the same as no carbohydrate at all. There are some people who don't eat carbohydrate at all. They say they don't because they don't want to put on weight, or they don't want to have issues. Such people who don't eat carbohydrate at all, their food is only protein. I know somebody who eats only meat. Only meat. On a short run, it can solve your problem. But on a long basis, you might have problem in the future, because there are problems associated with that, which we are not going into now.